And Saucy Santana, when the hell were you ever a little girl? He talking about, yeah, when I was a little girl, we used to go fishing and we had to be quiet on the creek. You were never a little damn girl. I don't care how much makeup and wigs and blue wigs and stuff you put on and eyelashes. I don't care. You used to have a dick, Saucy Santana. You're a man. You were never a little damn girl.
Here's the one and only Darius Owens!
Bam! Thank you for watching. I'm so excited to be back, and it's Friday. It's the weekend. It's time to get drunk. And you already know I'm ready to tell everybody's business, so grab your drink because we've got a lot of stories. Let's get started. It's time for the juice. Come on. Hey, I'm excited. Let me tell you, it is Friday, and tonight I am going out. I am going to get lit tonight. Friday nights, let me tell you, when I tell you I get lit, I get crazy, I get wild. I text everybody that I can text. Like, I'm texting my friend Justin Frazier. I'm like, okay, what are we doing tonight? Where are we going? Are we getting drunk? And my family that's watching this, I'm grown. If I want to get drunk, I'm getting drunk. I'm 18. I'm legal. I do what I want. Anyways, so Toni is reminding everybody that she's still got it after posting herself dancing around in lingerie online. Now, here she is dancing or whatever, and lingerie and Toni do not go together. Now, my only thing is, every time Toni trends, I already know it's going to be something that I wasn't prepared for. It's either the bright-ass lipstick, the wig that doesn't go with her complexion. I mean, she already has the gap, so. But how do you have such a pretty daughter, Toni, and then you're ugly like this, you know? But Tokyo, continue doing what you're doing, I guess. But anyways, Brandy, everybody, did you see this whole Brandy mess? So Brandy is out here looking a mess, basically. And fans and social media immediately started asking if she was okay because she looked noticeably thinner. Well, you know, she used to bully her fat daughter. And when I'm thinking about her bullying her daughter, and I'm like, well, you see, that backfired on you, Brandy. You know, Brandy, you're ugly as shit anyways. You know, Brandy, back when you were with Whitney Houston, Brandy, you looked really good, you know, but now you're all skinny and bony and you just look like a man and you're ugly. So I don't even mind the people hating on you because you're ugly. But anyways, moving on. So y'all remember that Ariana Grande looked like Paige Neiman or whatever? The one that has literally made a career out of looking like Ariana? Well, apparently Ariana finally DM'd her, and honestly, I think Ariana handled it the best way possible. She wasn't nasty. She wasn't mean. She basically said, girl, I don't really get it. And I don't either, because this woman looks exactly like Ariana Grande. You know, that's kind of weird with somebody walking around looking exactly like you. But moving on. So Sexy Red, everybody. Sexy Red posted on her Instagram story, and she's basically saying that she sleeps with junk all over her bed because she's a young hoe. I'm looking at this video, and being a young hoe has nothing to do with living like this. I know people with 3 jobs whose rooms are cleaner than that. And didn't she have a baby or something? Wasn't she supposed to be pregnant like 2 years ago? What happened to the baby, Sexy, you know? I'm like, did you give it up? Did you have an abortion? Sexy, I don't think you could be a mother anyways, because you're literally a crackhead. Well, not a crackhead, but you're just a ratchet black woman. I don't think you're capable of having a baby, but who knows? I might be wrong, but I don't think that baby would last past 2 weeks with you, Sexy Red, because you would be handing it blunts and handing it crack and all of this other stuff. But moving on, so Kandi Burruss. Kandi says that she's not looking to be in a relationship after a conversation about whether women should accept cheating from rich men. Now, I'm sorry, but who started this rumor that having money automatically means you have to cheat, you know? Like, Kandi is a woman, like, you can look at Kandi Burruss and tell that she's just as loyal as they come, you know? And Kandi was the one with Todd, right? I think so. But anyways, you know, Todd cheated on her and stuff, and I never knew of Todd to be rich. You know, I always knew of Kandi having the money, but some things just don't need to be news. So, Tiffany Haddish is saying that making people laugh kept her from getting an ass whooping growing up. See, now, that actually makes sense, you know, because Tiffany Haddish, growing up, Tiffany really didn't even have anything. They didn't have money. They didn't have food. I mean, they had food, but they barely had food. I mean, they had their own garden, but Tiffany grew up living in her car. You know, Tiffany wasn't one of those people that had a lot growing up. And, you know, I feel like it's always the broke parents that are the meanest and strictest on their kids, you know? So Tiffany, I don't even know what to say. But LeBron James reportedly isn't rushing to decide whether where he'll play next. At this point, the man has done everything there is to do in basketball. You know, he's been playing for about 30 years, 23 to be exact. And I feel like, LeBron, why aren't you retired yet? You know, like, you should be retired. 30 years in basketball, that's a whole career. I would be retiring personally, but LeBron, maybe you should just take a break, take some time off. I'm excited about this story. Did you see the Florida man that allegedly cut off his own penis, then reportedly used it to start a fire? Now, there are some stories that you simply cannot make up, and this is definitely one of them. Here his mugshot is right here. But why are you getting arrested if you're cutting off your own dingling? You know, like, he's claiming he doesn't even remember cutting his penis off. And I'm like, how do you not remember doing something like that? I don't care how drunk you get. I don't care how high you get. That's something that you're like, oh my gosh, like, the pain of that. I don't know how you did it. So the Jasmine brand made a post asking if you tell your friend if you caught their partner cheating. Now, I'm looking at this post and I'm like, maybe I wouldn't tell them because I'm the one that they're cheating with, you know? But allegedly, but it depends. Like, if you're really my friend and we're like this, okay, I'm gonna tell you if your man or your woman is cheating on you, like, oh yeah, I seen such and such with this woman. But if you're like a person, I'm like, I don't even like that bitch, I'm not telling you shit. You know, if you're getting cheated on, you're probably ugly anyways, so you might have deserved to get cheated on. But Saucy Santana is clapping back after people started comparing him to Nicki Minaj, right? Now, first of all, Saucy wished he looked like Nicki Minaj, and Nicki isn't even attractive. Take a look, though.
You trying to be Nicki Minaj. I don't want to see that shit.
Why the fuck would I want to be Nicki Minaj with her big arm ass? Why would I want to be Nicki? Why would I want to be Nicki Minaj fat thigh ass?
Wait, you went to with Nicki?
She called me a pig, and y'all ain't do nothing about it, so don't say nothing now.
I ain't see that.
Speaking of Saucy Santana, have y'all seen that new trend on TikTok? Quiet on the Creek. Hey, Quiet on the Creek. I like that song. That's a nice song right there. And Saucy Santana, when the hell were you ever a little girl? He talking about, yeah, when I was a little girl, we used to go fishing and we had to be quiet on the creek. You were never a little damn girl. I don't care how much makeup and wigs and blue wigs and stuff you put on and eyelashes. I don't care. You used to have a dick, Saucy Santana. You're a man. You were never a little damn girl. Anyways, Howard Stern is reportedly laying off around a dozen staff members at his Sirius XM show, as his Sirius XM show prepares to scale back to one episode a week. And I'm not gonna lie, radio is changing, podcasts, YouTube, all of that stuff is changing, and everything is different now. Howard has had an incredible run though. You know, that's one thing nobody can take away from him, and he's been on this radio show for 20 years now. Now, a lot of people don't like Howard Stern, but you know, I've never watched Howard Stern, but I've heard that he's like really honest and mean, so I'm like, is that how people feel about me? But Howard Stern, scaling back to one episode a week after 20 years, that's an incredible thing to do, you know? Like, you're burnt out, and I understand because doing these 2 episodes a week, I'm not going to say I'm burnt out, but it's a lot of work. So, you know the movie Ma 2, right? So apparently Ma 2 is officially moving forward, and Octavia Spencer says that they're working. Oh, I thought I heard something. But anyways, apparently Ma 2 is officially moving forward, and Octavia Spencer says that they're working hard to finish the script. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Ma had everybody scared to drink sweet tea from strangers, you know. The first movie was wild, so I'm definitely gonna be seated for the sequel, you know. And don't make it like, you know, usually when sequels come out, they're terrible from the original movie. So I hope this is an original and not like a sequel. Just be Ma 2. Don't say Ma and then have something. Just put a 2 behind it. Anyways, Taco Bell is reportedly under investigation after a parasite outbreak linked to severe diarrhea. Now listen, I'm not laughing because people got sick, but if you've ever eaten Taco Bell at 2 in the morning, you probably started sweating just reading this headline, because most people go to Taco Bell late, and not all Taco Bells stay open late, but a lot of them do, and people are there 1 and 2 and 3 in the morning eating. But that's when, personally, I feel like that's when they stop caring. You know, like after like 8 p.m., they don't care. They have old shit out. They have old beans and rice out. They just slap it on a burrito and give it to you in the bag. You know, they don't care if it has roaches and all of that stuff. But anyways, pop singer Keisha says that she's collected over 1,000 teeth from her fans. Yes, teeth. And apparently it all started when a fan sent their child's baby teeth and she turned them into jewelry. Now, since when did teeth start being necklaces and bracelets and earrings? And I'm grossed out, but take a look.
That I collect teeth.
You do?
Nope.
What sort of teeth?
I do. Send them over.
Now you're really getting letters.
What's the teeth about?
Well, the teeth started when I became obsessed with my fans. And then someone was like, my child lost their teeth. And I was like, can I have them? Because I want to make jewelry out of it. And so then I made a necklace and an earring and then a belt and then a crown.
Listen, if I walk into your house and I see a mason jar full of molders, I'm leaving immediately. I don't care if you have a story. Oh no, those are just fake, or I'm just, I don't want to hear it. I'm leaving, I'm out. I don't want to hear a damn thing about it. Anyways, soap opera star Joe Gunskasi, or however you say his name, is showing off he's showing off on a 150-pound weight loss or whatever, right? Now, the actor is saying that he once weighed around 400 pounds and is now down to about 250. He's been working out, playing off all of this stuff, and yes, I give him credit for losing the weight naturally, but I still don't think he's at the stage to be posting like he's in shape. You know, like, yes, he's lost weight, but he's still fat. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm not a mean person because people say I'm mean all the time, but I'm just saying you look good, but whatever. Anyways, that's all the juice I've got for you today, but don't go anywhere because up next, Brian Balthazar is here with Culture Check, where he's breaking down the hottest and most talked about stories of the week. We'll be right back. Don't go far.
Spill the tea, and let the truth unfold. It's the Darius Owens Show.
Alrighty, we're back with Culture Check, and this is where we're going to be talking about everything trending from food to celebrities, all of the trending topics. And joining me today is Brian Balthazar. Hi, Brian.
Good to see you, Darius. Thank you for having me.
Of course. When you first followed me back, you saw that I was excited.
Oh, well, I'm excited you followed me, so it's mutual.
Well, see, I've always seen you on like Wendy Williams, so I think that's why I was like so excited, like someone that's actually been on Wendy.
That makes me happy. That was the most fun show, I think, really, honestly, I've ever done. I've done a lot of shows. Some of them live, some of them recorded, some of them studio audience, some of them no studio audience where they pretend there's studio audience. And that one, the Wendy Williams show, had the most incredible energy and adrenaline. Right. First of all, they had a DJ that would play music before the show, right? So they would get all the audience all riled up.
Exactly.
When I tell you, the studio audience and the dressing rooms were on different floors, and the building would shake. Like you could feel every wall, every picture on the wall was vibrating from there. And by the time you got down there, it was so bumping, like thumping and bumping and jamming. Everyone was dancing. And it was also the best audience. Like they were so warm and welcoming. And I remember when I would get done with a segment, my adrenaline, like it would take me a while to like come down from it was like a high. It was truly a high being on that show. And Wendy's incredible. We all love Wendy.
Now,
and,
how many times did you go on her show? Wasn't it like 21?
Over 50. There was a point where I was the most booked guest on the show. I don't know if that's still the case, except for like the voiceover announcer. Because I really came in very early.
Right.
And and I know it's at least 50.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
Well,
and
Brian.
I wish, we all wish we could have it back. But, everything has its season. Now all we want is for Wendy to be happy and good and well
Did you see the new pictures that came out yesterday?
Yes.
She looked really good. Exactly. She looked very good.
Yeah, I'm glad for her. Well, I hope her life is as good as that picture looked, right? I hope that everything. Oh, we just don't know. I think we've learned from that, and we've learned from a lot of other celebrity experiences that like things are never quite exactly what they seem in a photograph or on screen. Or we've learned that it can be wildly different. So I hope that
now you're located in Manhattan, or
I am right now. I'm in Philadelphia,
okay.
And I also have an apartment for Manhattan work. That I do my Manhattan stuff on.
Okay.
So I'm selling this place in Philly, but this is the studio here. Is one I built for myself during COVID because the lights go on and off. I can change they could change the look.
I was just telling him that it looks so fancy and glamorous.
Oh, well, I'm not fancy. It's just a webcam and a good mic.
Well, Brian, what do you have for me today?
Oh my God, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about first?
I'm looking at my little snacks over here, my little guilty pleasure
Did you bring snacks?
I did.
I'm so good. I'm so glad you did because, we chatted a little bit before the show yesterday about I have this thing. Okay, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying, Darius. I'm really trying.
What do you have? What are your snacks?
Okay, so the topic here is guilty pleasure snacks. The kind that you may not admit readily. So I'm like, if he does not come to the table with some snacks, I'm going to be horrified. Okay, let's just set the scene here.
Oh boy.
It's either you're alone for the night or you're going on a road trip and you've got to grab something. These are almost always available at a mini market,
right?
Or a convenience store or a bodega or obviously a grocery store. Okay, I'm going to go through a few, and I would be appalled to think that people could hear me chew, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4.5 here.
I have 2.
Guilty pleasure snacks. Show me one of yours first, so I can see what I'm.
A whole key lime pie.
Ooh,
an entire key lime pie.
An entire key lime pie.
This will be gone by tonight, for real. No, no joke.
I love it. Guilty pleasure snacks. I love. In that category, first of all, key lime anything. I love key lime.
And see, I used to hate key lime. I would spit it out.
But you'd like a key lime pie?
I just got into them 2 or 3 months ago, and I go through one just about every other day. And it's terrible, but I do it.
So good. It hurts so good. In the dessert category, I will say I do love a Pepperidge Farm iced lemon cake. I don't know if you've had that.
I've had the coconut cream one. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
The coconut cream is so good.
That's
My partner
good.
doesn't like coconut flakes. We can talk about how diabolical that is, that he doesn't like coconut flakes and how wrong he is. However, I'm compromising, and we do the lemon Pepperidge Farm cake. And then what I do is I either poke holes in it or just drizzle real lemon juice, fresh lemon juice.
And how long does it last in your house?
Oh, a day. There's no,
if that.
It's that pie right there that you're holding, that is a day and a half of pie.
And that's the problem. And it's just me.
Yeah. I know.
What else do you have?
I'll show you what else I have. This is in the category of maybe I'm a little embarrassed to admit. I jokingly call these, this is a Slim Jim.
Okay. Are you like Wendy? Do you light it on fire?
Do you remember Wendy? Okay, one time I was when I was first going on Wendy, I bought her a cigarette extender. Do you remember in old Hollywood, they would have these plastic things they would extend a cigarette?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about that Wendy story? That when Wendy first did her pilot season, she had a Slim Jim and she would light the end like a cigarette on fire. That was funny. But corporate told her they didn't want her to do that anymore. It wasn't mainstream enough.
Wow.
They wanted to make her... When Wendy, if you go back and look at season 1 or the test season of Wendy, even the photographs, that is not the Wendy we think of.
Right.
She was a little bit mainstreamed, right? She was a little bit homogenized. I'm sure there were some somebody in corporate said
she already had to tame down from radio. I mean, what else did they want?
Right. But they were ooh, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, we want you to be appealing to everybody. When she had her, you know what I mean? It's no, you have a ravenously popular, a ravenous following that want Wendy the way they know Wendy, right? And so what was so interesting is eventually they realized, oh, no, Wendy can just be Wendy. Now, that being said, you never saw that Slim Jim in seasons 2 and up. You never did. But there was something really I love that raw and gritty first season.
I remember her pulling it out in season 11. I think it was once or twice.
Did she?
But that was it.
Did she? Okay, I didn't see that.
All right, my
But
second
you know they had
snack,
the top.
Brian.
Okay, I have more. What else do you have?
You're going to be looking at me like I'm a fool.
No.
Beets.
I love beets. Did you say beets?
What? Yes.
I'm hugely. Okay.
Only
We have to
pickled
talk
beets.
about this.
I don't want regular beets. Give me the pickled beets.
Oh no, yeah. Let's be real. Yes, I pickle. Okay, so I do pickled beet eggs, hard-boiled eggs. Do you do that?
I've
Do you
never
ever have
had
one?
them. I've never had them.
I grew up. My family always would make these pickled beet eggs, and it's like vinegar and beets, and so your eggs turn this beautiful magenta color. They turn the color of your shirt,
Oh, wow.
like really hot pink. So good.
I've
Oh my
seen
God. And
orange
also, I make a
ones.
beet tequila cocktail. Have you ever had a cocktail with beet juice in it?
No.
Okay.
Well, I
Next time,
just had
when
my
we are
first
finally
drink.
in the same town. When we finally get together into the same location, I'll make you a beet juice cocktail,
Well,
and it's
hopefully
good.
I'll land in Manhattan in a few years.
That's right. Maybe sooner. You
What's
never
next? I know you got something else crazy.
know. Okay. Well, I don't think this is embarrassing. I stand by this. But my Funyun, I do gotta have Funyun.
You can have them. I don't want to see a Funyun at all.
No, is that right? What's your?
No.
Why are you hating on a Funyun?
I don't.
Why
I don't
is
even
it?
like onions. I don't like onions.
I mean, to say that they're oniony is. I think it's a little stretch to like compare it to the actual vegetable.
I'm Takis hot Cheetos. I'm like ghetto snacks.
Oh, jalapeno flavored Cheetos. I love.
Have you had like
because
the
they
ones
don't-
with the cheese inside of them? Have you had those?
No,
I've
no.
I've just discovered them. They have like cheese inside of them. You bite into them. It's spicy. It's just a whole.
Oh, jeez, an explosion of flavor.
Yes.
I also let's see. One Cheeto thing. Remember before crunchy Cheetos, they were like cheese puffs.
Right.
I would leave the bag open to let them get a little stale and like firm and crunchy. That's nasty. I know that. But I love the texture. I still do it. Like if I had a bag of Cheetos here now, or cheese puffs. I think they called them cheese curls when I was a kid, or we called them cheese curls. And I would intentionally leave them to get stale. And no one else would then eat them. I know. But not like stale tasting, just stale texture. I can see your face. I can see it.
Well, now
It's a
that
video
you've told me
podcast.
that, I like soggy cereal. I let my cereal sit for like 20 minutes before I eat it.
That's very controversial. That's very controversial. That is why
I will not eat any hard cereal. It has to sit. It has to literally droop back into the milk for me to eat it.
Ooh, okay, what cereal?
Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, all of them.
That's wild. Frosted Flakes is a solid.
Cinnamon
I think,
Toast
like,
Crunch.
you know, I can see. Wow, that's hard for me to wrap my head around. But if I like stale Cheetos or stale cheese puffs, I don't see why. I'm not in a position to judge.
I didn't feel bad for telling you about the cereal after you said the cheese thing.
I'm glad, yeah, because you're like that. You're like that is so nasty that Brian, I can tell you my cereal.
Do you have
position.
anything else over
Okay.
there?
Oh yeah, I do. Are you kidding? We could go the whole
boy.
show talking about my crazy, terrible, like
I see
Okay.
butter.
juicy
Oh, no, I
chicken and
see
a biscuit
cheese.
and an easy cheese. They used to call this. I think they used to call it squeeze cheese, and someone probably thought that was nasty sounding.
Do you make a sandwich with them, or do you just put it on there and eat it?
Sometimes, yeah, I mix it up, Darius, and then sometimes you do the whole. Okay, you squeeze.
Oh boy.
A friend of mine introduced this to me. Like when he goes camping, and he has a party at camping, you take a pretzel rod and you just like squirt the cheese in a long line along the pretzel rod. It's not as good as the chicken and a biscuit cracker, which is it's next level. Like this is just chicken stock. Have you never had these?
No. But now that you've showed me that, I feel like you put mustard on watermelon. Do you do that too?
I haven't tried that, but it's supposed to be really good.
Well,
Is it good?
I feel like you do that. No, I don't do it, but I feel like that's
No.
something that you
But have
would
you
do.
tried it? Do you know that it's not good, or are you just judging in advance?
I'm judging. I don't want to taste it. I don't want to
Okay.
find out.
Have you tried the ranch pickles? I did that on Wendy.
I don't
there was
like
a period on
pickles.
Wendy where I would start doing bizarre foods. And you just put a packet of the ranch dressing salad mix. Like you can make your own ranch dressing at home. Like instead of buying the bottle, you can buy a packet of the seasoning and mix your own dressing.
See, I only like sweet pickles, though. I don't like the dill pickles. I only like the sweet ones, which people...
Okay, you're going to hate this then. So,
I know.
And then you mix up the ranch dressing. You dump it into the jar of pickles in the pickle brine. And then you let it soak for like a day. It's it. The sodium content must be like
I
astronomical.
want to
with
try the
pickle brine.
Kool-Aid pickles. Have you seen the Kool-Aid ones?
I have tried those. Well, if you like sweet, then you would like them. Yeah. They're very sweet.
Now let's talk celebrities, Brian.
It's perfect. Why wouldn't we, right?
Now, I mean, you've obviously been everywhere in the industry. You've met celebrities, you've been around them. So, celebrities may seem all this on TV, but once you get around them, tell me the secrets, Brian.
Well, I guess, maybe if we were to kind of do like a rolling list of celebrities and my initial interpretations of how they were, because I've traveled the world as a producer. At the Today Show, I was traveling with celebrities. Sometimes I traveled the world with Tom Cruise once for his War of the World tour. I would book celebrities in LA, like interviews like that. And then sometimes I would interview them for segments promoting their projects. And then thirdly, I also developed television shows. At the time, I was doing it for HGTV and Food Network. And so I met a lot of different celebrities. And so it's interesting, like, say, your first impression or what you think they're going to be versus what they're going to be. And I will say there's only a few that I've become more acquainted with personally, like on a more deeper level. So to some degree, this is all, impressions, and sometimes you get a celebrity that walks into the interview and they're on immediately. And they're playing the role of celebrity. They're playing the role of their public persona. I would say with Tom Cruise, when I was with him, he was definitely we were in different parts of the world where he was. If you think he's a big star here, he was his star factor was through the roof in Tokyo and in France and as well as Berlin. Like the crowds were like, I've never seen anything quite like it. So my interaction with him was always where I felt like he was very much always on, always a perfect gentleman, always very nice. Never did he exhibit any kind of crabbiness or he didn't act like a diva. He was always, but he also had people surrounding him constantly. This was actually the same week that he got engaged to Katie Holmes.
Okay.
And so I was there the morning he announced his engagement. There Katie was. We were in Paris. And I was on a train with him and Katie in that train car when they the morning after they got engaged, because they got engaged, at the Eiffel Tower the night.
Now, what year was this?
Oh, do we have to talk? Do we have to show my age? Boy, I don't know. It's all right. I don't remember.
Do you get anything done, Brian? Like you look very
kind.
youthful.
I have had Botox, but right now I just have good lighting. I have had Botox probably about 3 times in my life.
Off topic, I want to talk about the Botox. How does that work? What does it feel like?
Oh, you're not going to need it for a long, long time. You may never need it.
I want a nose job. I want a nose job for real.
I want a nose. Not a nose job because I've lived with this one long enough now. I've gotten used to it. What I do kind of want to get my neck done. That is really at a certain age. Like, I want to get it sucked and lifted.
I don't think you need that.
Oh, no, you're only seeing me from the front angle. So from the side, it all starts to.
You have the whole turkey chicken gobble?
I have a turtle-like profile. I always have, ever since I was a kid. So that's it is what it is. I live with it. Okay, I'll give you a list of a few celebrities and my initial impressions of them when I saw them. First of all, Rihanna, when she first started out, I saw her, not first started out, but when she became mainstream, popular, worldwide sensation, she was performing at the Today Show. She came out of her dressing room, and mind you, it was 8 a.m. She came out emerging like a goddess. I honestly don't know if I've ever seen anyone that beautiful in person. I've been to, except, I think I've been to some places where there've been a lot of celebrities and they're gorgeous, right? And models are weirdly beautiful in a way you can't explain. But this was one where she walked out and she immediately had a presence. And she was also dressed in something you would wear at 10 o'clock at night.
Now, does she have pores? Because her Fenty and all of that. Does she have pores?
I didn't see any pores. This was long before she even launched Fenty.
Okay.
Before she, this was around the SOS years. This was around. It was just after SOS until I can't remember what was next. And she was just breathtaking. She was also a kid. This was 20 years ago, at least. So
you're definitely giving your age away now.
I know, right? I know. I you know what? I'm grateful to be here. Grateful to be alive. So she was just stunningly beautiful. Robin Williams, I did something where we booked an interview with him, And I remember someone asked me to go get sandwiches for him. I'm like, which one? What kind of sandwich? They're like, just get a bunch. I'm like, okay, I'll get him a bunch of sandwiches. And I wasn't sure what to expect from him. He came in quiet as a mouse. Now I know more about his personality, having learned over the years about him. He came in, as you now probably would expect, like very quiet, very demure. But the minute those cameras started rolling, the interview started, he was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like completely in the zone, like performer to the max. But he never ate one of my sandwiches. He never ate one of them. Like,
did you ever see him eat anything?
I didn't see him eat anything, no. Monica Potter, who did a movie with Robin Williams, Patch Adams, and she was also in Parenthood on television. She and I met her once when she was pitching a show. We actually ended up picking up the show. And in that conversation, first of all, I was taken by how beautiful she was. There's sometimes, I know we're not supposed to judge people by their looks, but I was like, oh my God. Like,
exactly.
You get sometimes you're sitting across from someone and you're like, how is it that this person is that beautiful? And she is. And so during the course of that conversation, we discovered we shared a birthday, but not only the same birth date, the same year, and pretty much the same hour, like very close.
Oh, wow.
And then, we were like joking and laughing a lot during this initial pitch meeting. And so often you will have that meeting and you're like, oh, I think they're great. She would be a fun friend to have, and then you never see them again. So you're just like, oh, I can't reach out, I'm not, but it turns out we are friends to this day. We did the show together.
Wow.
And we messaged, there is something about that birthday. I think also the fact that we got along.
Exactly.
That birthday. Yeah.
Brian, I want to get really deep into the industry talk with you. Are you like into the Illuminati and all of that stuff? Do you know anything about that?
Okay. What's so interesting? In the course of my lifetime, I have gotten 2 or 3 emails from people saying they're from the Illuminati and would I want to join the Illuminati. Isn't that hilarious?
Wow. I want to join. I want to join.
I don't know. Do you want to join?
But then I'm like a good Christian boy. I don't know if I want to do all of that.
It's funny because I don't really. When I got those emails, I was so intrigued because I'm like, what does it mean? Like,
right.
And it's just this mystical thing, and I don't really know that I believe it exists. But I'm like, I think what it does. I don't think that it exists. However, like at least in the case of these emails, I did not believe that these people were. If there is an Illuminati, like if there was one, I don't think these people were it.
Right.
I think they were like I exchanged a couple emails because I really like the journalist in me wanted to know what do I
like
need to
once
do?
I get down the rabbit hole of the whole Illuminati thing, I'm like up all night. Like you can't stop me. I'm just scrolling.
Right. Yeah. And then I was just waiting for someone to say, we just need this much money.
Right.
Because I figured, it's a scam. And like also so I let those things die on the vine because I was just like, I don't want to mess around with people that are, I really think these were just fraudsters that were just like putting them there to someone who, I think there's a fascination with the idea of it, probably because I think, we live in a world, a society where some people have such enormous, vast success.
Exactly.
That you have to, and I think it causes some people to wonder, how is it that these people have seemingly
right.
I do want to use that in quotes because I think, it always looks a lot better than it may be in real life. But I think people want to understand, like, they want to like attribute that level of success or that level of wealth to something, because otherwise it just maybe to some people seems terribly unfair.
Exactly,
or unjustified. I think some people are just really, really talented and had a lot of luck, a lot of talent, and the right people behind them. But I think it's just a way of explaining something to people, maybe them rationalizing something that maybe doesn't seem fair to them.
Right. Speaking of like the whole Hollywood and conspiracies, I want to touch base on that whole Will Smith Oscars slap. Let's talk that.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm ready. I want you to go.
Okay, well, I thought that was a fascinating. When was that? I just asked.
What was that? 2020, right?
It was 2022, March 27th.
Okay.
It was the 94th Academy. I mean, here's a situation where, first of all, I just think that takes an incredible amount of audacity and sheer stupidity. Like, I understand. Here's what's so fascinating to me about it. If he had just sat there and done nothing, it would have made Chris Rock look like the bad guy, maybe, for making a joke about his wife, right? I think it was a joke. I even think the joke wasn't even particularly funny, or if anything, it made Chris look bad because of what we believe to be alopecia, a woman suffering from a condition that, you know, is not of her choosing.
She needs to borrow one of my wigs, Brian.
Right? Right?
Did you know that? Did you know that this was a whole...
I did not, but I love it.
21, Brian, just laid out everywhere. I have a different look every day.
See, that's fun. I love that. And I think, you know what? I think it's interesting because I think Wendy helped kind of bring wigs into the mainstream, even for women. Like, women did not want to own the fact that they were wearing a wig.
Right.
And one time I went on Wendy as Superman for Halloween with her, and she was Wonder Woman. And I wore a wig for that. And I have to say, I loved that wig. Like, I mean, it gave me hair where I didn't have any because, you know, I don't have the hair.
Yeah,
I used to have hair all here.
Really?
And she
that
said,
looks like
I
your
remember on the
natural
show,
hairline.
Oh, I used to have hair down like to here. Like I used to have a lot more hair.
Oh wow.
I now take the what's it called? Minoxidil finasteride pill. Just to keep what I have. And though, you know, there's apparently a cure though. You know that the cure is out there. It's just not reached FDA approval yet.
Oh wow. Well, I have no hair in the back anymore.
You don't have any in the back?
No, and that's from wearing wigs every day. The wigs have literally rubbed my hair out.
But don't you love that you can switch it up? And
exactly. That's what I tell everybody. They're like, why do you wear wigs? I'm like, because I don't want to be the boring old same person every day. I like to change up.
Let me ask you, have you ever done like a lace front one where you...
I do the laces. I have two. The last episode I filmed, I had a lace on, but mines are all glueless. I don't know how to like glue and, you know, lay the whole thing down.
So I've always been curious about that because I always wanted to
Really?
I always wanted the boy band hair. Like I always wanted I've always had we all have weird relationships with our hair, right? And with our bodies and things. So, and I remember I always wanted this like thick, floppy, big old hair.
Exactly.
And so I think it's great. And I think actually the glueless ones have gotten really good.
Those are the really good ones. I mean, they literally just look like scalp all the way through.
You can't even believe it.
Until you get in the sunlight. Don't let it fool you. Once you go outside in the sun, all you see is grids.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. I found out the hard way.
We always have to control our environment. We can control our environment.
Like one of my friends are like, what's going on with your scalp? It looks like British. I said, my scalp's just irritated. Don't look too close.
There you go. I mean, first of all, why are people calling it out? They don't need to say anything. But anyway.
Well, Brian, I don't want to cut you off, but we have like 30 more seconds. So.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Well, everybody, that was Brian Balthazar. Brian, thank you so much for stopping by.
So great to see you.
I would love to talk more, but we're like 20 seconds.
All good. All good. We'll see you again. And thanks so much for having me.
Of course. We'll be right back. Don't go far. More laughs, more conversations, and more moments you won't want to miss.
No,
I did.
Don't
lie. Learned from you.
Don't lie.
Guess what? I'll be right back. It's time for Darius After Dark, and I'm going to get some serious topics through y'all's heads today. Some of y'all have to grow up and stop being a mommy's boy and girl. Now, don't get me wrong. Love your parents, right? Call your parents, do all that stuff, spend time with them. But if you're 20 years old and your mom still has to make every decision for you, we have a problem. How am I dating you, but every argument somehow turns into a family meeting? At some point, you've got to become your own person, you know? I'm not saying don't respect your parents. I'm just saying don't let them run your entire life like some of the people I know. I won't name names, but you gotta grow up, you know? There's no reason that your mom is still, you know, calling and saying, yes, Darius, what's wrong? Or, you know, can I make this for you? And a lot of you need to learn how to cook. Your parents are not always going to be there to cook for you. Get up, Watch some videos, get a recipe book, make your own meals, start cooking for yourself, do some shit for yourself. I can't stand when I see somebody's parents do stuff for them all the time. But anyways, we'll be right back. I got a little heated there. Don't go far. I'll be right back.
Spill the tea, and let the truth unfold. It's the Darius Owens Show. Tell me.
I really loved Brian Balthazar. We were having such a fun time. I could talk to him for hours at a time. He's my energy. He matches everything I said. I mean, the Funyuns and all of that stuff, it was really fun. But Brian, thank you for coming on today. And that's all I had for you today. If I offended you today, I'll probably do it next time. But hey, I wouldn't be Darius if I didn't do it. But have a great weekend. I'm going to take this outfit off. I'm going to put my other clothes on and my raggedy wig, and I'm going out tonight. Have a great weekend. I love you, and I'll see you next time on Darius.